Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, ladies and gentlemen, and a very good day to all. My name is Saiful Hazar bin Masri as the first presenter for our presentation for document review of the book entitled Business at the Speed of Thoughts by Bill Gates. I now like to recognize the people who work on the projects, or in other words, my team members. The first one is myself, Saiful Hazar bin Masri, a palm oil engineer from FGB. Next is Mr. Muhammad Ghazali, senior engineer from Puspakom. The third one is Mr. Kamal Hisham, our lead tech guy, which an engineer from JKR. And lastly, the youngest among us, Mr. Muhammad Shazwan, process engineer from Blumi LEDs. Today, I'm going to go back in time to 1999. At that time, most of people, the internet was not part of their life. For those who had started on the journey, they were enjoying the wonderful world of dial-up and the cable modem. Bill Gates wrote Business at the Speed of Thought in 1999. If some people have any doubts or whatsoever that Gates is a visionary, looking at this book 15 years later will put those doubts into rest. Further, as we read through the summary of his book, we recognize multiple other prognostications of his that seem eerily similar to some of the changes that you're going to see around us today. Gates' basic premise is simple. The world is going to be a very fast place where those who have the information and have the ability to process the information quickly will succeed. Those that do not have will fail. Without further ado, the book consists of 4 parts, mainly, which are the digital nervous system, more time to do customer service, the internet as a gateway to new technology, and lastly, the internet's role in education. Bill Gates described a vision for how the IT infrastructure of a company or business could be analogous to the autonomic nervous system of a biological organism. Bill Gates said, like a living creature, an organization works best if it can rely on a nervous system that sends information immediately to the parts that need it. A digital nervous system can unite all of an organization's systems and processes, releasing rivers of information and allowing businesses to make huge leaps in efficiency, growth, and profit. I have simple but strong belief how you gather, manage, and use information will decide whether you win or lose. Bill Gates also said that our internal tools have 2 goals. 1, to use software to handle routine tasks so that our knowledge workers don't waste time and energy, and to free people to do more difficult work and handle unusual situations. Our internal developers use the salt, bolt, egg rule. A user must be able to get into and out of most administrative tools within 3 minutes. Other than that, Bill Gates said that building a digital nervous system does not require some huge new investment in hardware and software. In fact, most companies have the key building blocks today. Like a human being, a company has to have an internal communication mechanism, which is a nervous system to coordinate its actions. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. That's what Bill Gates said, to have more time to do with customer service. customer service will become the primary way of adding values in every business. Human involvement in service will shift from routine, low-value tasks to high-value personal service to the customer. It is how to improve customer experience, move from touchpoint to journey, which is observe, shape, and perform. Next, Bill Gates explained the internet as a gateway to new technology. He said that people in developed countries don't think too much about the electrical products. They just use them. But people who are now in their 50s can remember when just a few families had TVs. Our grandparents can remember when much of rural America was without electricity. It's taken more than 100 years for electricity lifestyle to revolutionize civilization. Bill Gates also said that the internet is becoming the town square for the global village of tomorrow. The advance of technology is based on making it fit in so that you don't really even notice it, so it's part of everyday life. And lastly, Bill Gates explained the internet's role in education. Bill Gates once said that the internet is the easiest thing to get into. To be an internet retailer, you just get that earn. Programs like this have to spread to schools all over the world. The effects have been impressive. A recent report shows that students who regularly use computers gain many skills. They write more often and better. They have better analysis skills. They express themselves more creatively. They work more independently. And they are better at problem solving and critical thinking. And now, I would like to pass to my partners for us to take a look at some of the incredible learning from Bill Gates' books. Wassalam.
Hello and good day everyone. Assalamualaikum. So I'm going to talk about the incredible learning that the team had found from reading the Bill Gates book. And the first one is to move fast and keep innovating. And I quote what Bill had said, which is the most important speed issue is often not technical but cultural. It's convincing everyone that the company's survival depends on how fast the company is moving, and if the company is moving fast, the company can survive for a very long time. And successful people don't sit back. They keep moving forward and innovating. So I give you an example. 20 years ago that there was no electric car. So those companies that innovates the electric cars, such as Tesla, Honda, and everything, is the one who's going to be forward. So I believe that what had been quoted by Bill Gates is a very important learning for the companies to adapt in their cultural and technical issues. The second one is to learn from the failure, which is had been quoted by Bill Gates. It is fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to hate the lessons of the failures. And analyzing failures and taking the learning can help you succeed. So I'll give you an example. As I read on the internet that Apple always read their comments on their websites based on the 1 stars evaluation. So they hired a team on how to read and improve their products by seeing the mistakes that was done by their team, which can be seen on the customers' experiences. So I believe that what had been quoted by Bill Gates is a very important tools for the company to learn and for our life or our career to grow in. The third is to be don't overconfidence. So success is a lousy teacher. It seduces the smart people into thinking that they can lose. If you have to achieve success in the long term, you need to stay grounded and keep improving yourself. I believe that what had been quoted is true, because the ability to learn and relearn is something that is needed in everyone's life. So I have seen a lot of talented people in my career so far for almost 4 years, that they are not that bad, but they prefer not to listen and be too confident, and it will eat their self for their career, and it is not beneficial for his or her career advancements and the companies if it is related to the top management. The fourth one is to be committed and passionate. So successful people in this world make it look so easy because they absolutely love what they are doing. You need to be committed to what you love and have a great passion for what you do. So there is a saying that if you like your job, so you have to work for the rest of your life. But if you love your job, you do not have to work for the rest of your life. So to have a passion of what you are doing, it is something that is needed to stay long in the industry. So for example, we can see that many people are not passionate at their work, and that was the reason why they do not have the ability or the confidence to do the best that can be achieved. But there is a difference when you see someone that is passionate. So when someone is passionate, the results is different than the guy or the person that is not passionate. He or she will have the ability or to have the extra works on making sure that the job that is being done is in a very good condition. So the fifth point is to think ahead. Bill Gates believed that intellectual property has the shelf life of a banana. It goes to show that how quickly things can change in this world today. You need to think ahead and keep looking forward for achieving success. So I'll give an example for Nokia. So Nokia is a very famous brand 20 years ago. So they made a huge mistake of not putting Android in their smartphone. But during that time, Samsung was far behind from Nokia. And Samsung decided to put Android inside their smartphone. And we can see it now that Samsung is one of the largest electronics company in the world. And look at what happened to Nokia. And it is something that can be learned, that Samsung top management is thinking ahead instead of the Nokia top management. And the sixth point is to focus on the unhappy customer and complaints. So customers are people who are always complain. It gives you an opportunity to rectify the things, whether it is an unhappy customers or your day-to-day problems, or focusing on finding solutions. So from my experiences, that working in the production line, the easiest way to do an improvement is to hear the complaints. So that is something that is related to what currently I'm doing. So in order to improve your process or anything that is related to your work or life, you have to always listen to all the complaints that is about you. So let's say that you are working in one of the processes and seeing all the complaints that received, so we can rectify all the problem that was given by the customers, and finding the root cause analysis and making sure that finding the real countermeasure. And after that, I believe that the problems will not occur again. So the points of focusing on unhappy customers and complaints are a very solid point that can be learned inside the Bill Gates book. The seventh point is the intensity. So you should understand that the circle of the competence and the thing that you are at right now, and the time that you have spent, which are the energies, is believed to be working with a total intensity and going out to seize the opportunities to get you in life. So what that had been meant by Bill Gates is, whatever that we do, we need to have a very good intensity. So once you had started for something that you believe that can be done, there is no way of turning back into it. So that is what happening to Bill Gates. He has the intensity, he has the energy, and he has the speed to achieve what he believes, and I believe the results are there. And look at what Bill Gates had achieved with a great intensity. So that are all the points, and I'm going to summarize all the points. So Mr. Gates used the term like information age, digital age, worldwide connectivity, web work style, and web lifestyle, and each of them is visible today. This is what that he had said 20 or 15 years ago. The world has shrunk to two devices, which are a laptop and a mobile. And the education, entertainment, work, commerce, and more all are taking place on these two devices. The new age technologies like machine learning, artificial intelligence, the IoT, which is the Internet of Things, the robotic, the chatbots, the augmented reality, VR, which is the virtual reality, are all emerging rapidly to further revolutionize the world around. And look around for opportunities in changing the world. Be ready for the roller coaster ride, as the world is changing at a speed that is faster than before. Thank you and have a good day.